Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Welcome to another live broadcast from the Duncan Showroom of another great Canadian talent. Why, what a way. Like, we're kind of like the FM radio, the new age FM radio. The DoorDash of music. Yeah. You got to figure that out, eh? We take the music, and within a maximum of 13 seconds, it appears on the people who are watching online. There, they've got it. You know, and they have a great time. They're sitting at home in a chair of your choice, imbibing on the beverage of their choice, wearing whatever clothes they want, inhaling the fresh air of their choice, watching it on a big screen. And you know, when they order food from DoorDash, they wait about 15 minutes, 20 minutes after it's out of the oven. They still pay for the food full price, and then they tip the guy. So some of you people that are out there watching tonight, I would expect to see our telephones light up here. Come on, we need those donations. You guys pay just like everyone else, please. And we got a good audience tonight. Thanks for coming out. You know, it's like, I look at this and I go, 21 years, another overnight success story. We've done it. Remember, Paul, in the early days, it was just like, sometimes there were people, sometimes there weren't. What was that? No, that was just 2 years ago. But people are coming out. We sure do appreciate it. I think it has to do a lot with who we get to have come through. I know on a Wednesday night, a school night, you're coming out to see a performer, and that's very cool. Now, he's got a new album out, Acres of Elbow Room, I think it's called. And he's from the prairies, and so that makes sense. And I used to live in Lethbridge years ago, and I know about, you can see for miles. I love the big sky. But he's a great singer-songwriter, and all of a sudden this album has really catapulted him again into the present. Juno nomination, Ontario Music Awards, Folk Music Awards, all these other things are all jumping on it and saying, hey, it's a great album. So tonight, the ones that are in the room get to experience a very special John, Wort, Hannam experience. And that's all I will say, because from here on in, I'm going to leave the stage and the show starts. Give an applause, quick, and then sit back and listen.
Of land, and he cleared all these fields with a horse in his hands. That pile of stones at the section's edge stands as his monument. I wasn't born blue blood, I was born blue collar, like my dad and granddad. I'm gonna follow. Nobody here, you gotta earn every dollar. I wasn't born blue blood, I was born blue collar. My daddy was a lumberman in a shanty town, put his axe to the pines and he chopped them down. He floated them on the Miramichi till he rode him to the Chatham sawmill. I wasn't born blue blood, I was born blue collar, like my dad and granddad. I'm gonna follow, there's no money here, you gotta earn every dollar. I wasn't born blue blood, I was born blue collar. I wasn't born blue blood, I was born blue collar. Hey! Hey, you're the first audience on this little BC run that actually sang. I'm not even joking. It's so funny, you guys are so quiet that Scott and I were sitting in the back, and I said, nobody's here. We'll probably have to just pack up and go. Well, then I came out and you were here. How are you all? You are well behaved. Oh, I recognize faces everywhere. People I know. Are you still in the same house?
No.
Oh, you moved, did you?
We turned 80.
Holy smokes! Good job. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the noise, I love the lights, I love the heartbeat of the city at night. Down on the main drag all along the avenue. I love the beat, I love the boom, I love the feel of a crowded room. Down on the main drag all along the avenue. Sometimes I need to breathe, I need to move, I need acres of elbow room. Somewhere where my mind can unravel out, where the dotted lines turn to gravel. I miss the first light, I miss the starry night, I miss the road with no end in sight. Looking back, I can see how far I've come. I miss my boy, I miss my wife, I miss them more than ever tonight. Look back, baby, we can see how far we've come. Sometimes I need to breathe, I need to move, I need acres of elbow room. Somewhere where my mind can unravel out, where the dotted lines turn to gravel. When life gets heavy and all too much, when I feel like I'm losing touch, I just close my eyes and drift away. I go somewhere to breathe, somewhere to move, somewhere with acres of elbow room. Somewhere where my mind can unravel out, where the dotted lines, yeah, out where the dotted lines, out where the dotted lines turn to gravel, turn to gravel, turn to gravel. Here we go, Scott. Well, thanks, everybody. Well, this is the kind of song you write when you forget your wedding anniversary. 3 years in a row. Thank you. 3 years in a row. It's a record in the house. I wish that were a joke, but it's not. I ain't in it for the short term. I'm in it for the slow burn. Ain't looking for short and sweet. I'm looking for a repeat. I ain't afraid of a tough grind, a rough patch and a hard time. You and me through it all, big and small. I'm in it for the long haul. I never trusted that tried and true. All I wanted was shiny and new. When it got faded and dull, well, I traded for the next model. And I love the original until I saw the sequel. And I swore I'd never give in, but who was I kidding? 'Cause I ain't in it for the short term, I'm in it for the slow burn. Ain't looking for short and sweet, I'm looking for a repeat. I ain't afraid of a tough grind, Yeah, but babe, that ain't the case. Not this time. I ain't in it for the short term. I'm in it for the slow burn. Ain't looking for short and sweet. I'm looking for a repeat. I ain't afraid of a tough grind, a rough patch and a hard time. You and me through it all, big and small. I'm in it for the long haul. You and me through it all, big and small. I'm in it for the long haul.
Oh, you guys. Well, you're a small audience, but you're mighty, and you're doing a good job. You're clapping at all the right times. This is great. It's like you've done it before. Scott and I love diners. We love to eat in diners, especially the 24-hour ones where you go in late at night or early in the wee hours in the morning. And we found this one in New York State called Twilight Diner, and we're driving down some gravel road. It was like, because we had to, after the show, we needed to get down the road a little further to make it the next day to the gig. And so we're driving, and in through the fog, we see this neon sign, and I can't remember who said, "Oh my God, I think it's a diner." And we went in, and it was just like from that. Remember that show Alice that was on TV? It was just like that. It was grouchy old cook in the back, and kind of like really quick-witted waitresses, and that didn't take any BS from anybody. And there was a pie case, and anyhow, what you realize is in 3 o'clock in the morning, you meet some pretty interesting people. Pretty strange people. No, not strange. That's not nice. Interesting people. Here we go.
Like us.
Like us. No, we're strange.
Oh, we're strange. Okay.
Nightly congregation gathers in the glow. Hazel pours the coffee. One by one they show. Marty's in his makeup. Earl just got released. Yeah, Candy's in the corner waiting on a priest at the Twilight Diner. Twilight Diner, together all alone. Hank's hanging off the payphone, praying that he score. Sally's quoting Revelations, talking to the Lord. Carl's at the counter with a gold pepper rose. Ricky plugs the jukebox for Christmas and delight. And Hazel, well, she just rolls her eyes. They're hiding from a past they just can't shake. They're hiding from the present can't erase. They're hiding from a truth they can't forsake. Yeah, but none can hide the proof when the dawn begins to break. At the Twilight Diner, home away from home. The Twilight Diner, nowhere else to go. The Twilight Diner, home away from home. The Twilight Diner, together all alone. A nightly congregation scatters in the glow. Hazel shines a silver. One by one they go.
Yeah, thanks you guys. Bear with me, I'm just going to put this into a different tuning here. Quite a few years ago, I read a book called Up Ghost River by a man named Edmund Matata-Wabin. And it's in your library. You can go get it. Up Ghost River is the name of the book. And I'll tell you right now, it's a really, really hard book to read. It's a childhood memoir of Edmund's time in Indian residential school, and I sat with a box of Kleenex when I read it, and after each chapter I had a really good cry. And when I finished the book, so after Edmund is let out of Indian, is released from Indian residential school, he falls into some addictions and some incarceration, but if a story like that can have a happy ending, or what is somewhat close to a happy ending, Edmund goes on to beat his addictions, gets out of prison, goes on to become chief of his band. He's not chief anymore, but he's still alive. He's still fighting for justice. And anyhow, when I finished that book, I had no intention of it. But if I know there's some songwriters and song appreciators in the room, and sometimes a song just kind of pours out of you, and it just happens. And so a song poured out of me after reading that book, but I sat it on my desk, and I had no intentions of singing. I have zero indigenous blood in me. I was born in the UK, and I just knew it wasn't my story to tell, even though this sort of thing had come out of reading those books. So I just sat there for months and months and months. I sang it to my wife, and that was it. And but sometimes sometimes a painting even can just haunt you for a long time. You cannot shake it, and or a book or a movie, and that book haunted me for a long, long time. And finally, I just thought I gotta reach out maybe to Edmund. So I found him on Facebook, and I wrote to him, and I said, Edmund, I don't know what I want to say to you. I'm not indigenous, but maybe I want to say thank you, which seems like a weird thing to say writing a book like that. But I just want to say thank you for impacting my life, because I will never forget that book. I will never forget that story until the day I die. And I think the kicker for me in that book was I read it when my son was 6, and Charlie was about that tall, maybe, when he was 6. And the book starts with Edmund being taken when he's 6, and I thought to myself, I can't imagine the fear, how scared my boy would be to be removed from the care and the love and the safety of Jenny and I, and then I'm actually, I say this carefully, but I'm scared to think of what I would be capable of when somebody removed my son from the love and the care of Jenny and I. Anyhow, I said all these things to Evan, and I guess on Facebook he must have seen, because every picture of me on Facebook, I'm like with my guitar, and so he said, "Oh, you're a musician," and I said, "I am." I said, "I don't know if this is offensive in any way, but I said I'm not indigenous," as I said, and a song poured out of me, and he said, "Well, let me hear it." So I sang into my iPhone, I sent it to him. he wrote me back, and he said I had a listen, I had another listen, then I had a good cry, and he said thanks for writing that song. And so I asked him, I said, is that a song I could sing? And he said, please go ahead, sing that song. So I'm going to send it out to Edmund Matadawabin tonight. Thank him for writing that book. Thank you for bringing this song to me. Again, it's called Up Ghost River. This song's called Man of God.
Man of God gave some kind of blessing. He said something about sins that needed confessing. There was no time for kisses, no time for goodbyes. He had the Lord on his lips, the devil in his eyes. They took away our clothes and our Indian names. They pulled out my feather and threw it to the flames. And they cut off the braids that my mama had tied. They had the Lord on their lips, the devil in their eyes. When I think, I ache. When I ache, I drink. When I drink, I fly high above the buttes, somewhere outside my head. And I fly till I sleep, and I sleep till I dream, and I dream till I wake and start thinking again. I missed my mama and I missed my dad, and I thought of running each chance that I had, but they beat us like dogs every time we got caught. They had the Lord on their lips, the devil in their hearts. And sometimes at night the wolves would appear, I'd face the wall hoping no one would hear. And I never said nothing, the shame was too much. He had the Lord on his lips, the devil in his touch. And I lost my stories and I lost my songs. I lost my ways and my Indian tongue. And how could a man of God do what he did? We were just children, Christ, we were just kids. When I think, I ache. When I ache, I drink. When I drink, I fly high above the buttes, somewhere outside my head. And I fly till I sleep, and I sleep till I dream, and I dream till I wake and start thinking again.
Thanks, everybody.
Whiskey neat, water on the side, talking slow, bleary-eyed. Barmaid counted her nickels and dimes, pulled the chain on the Bud Light sign. Empty highway, dead of night, going like 90 with no headlights. I said it's crazy as it sounds, but this may be the night our kids ask us about. We were reckless, we were wild, make it up as we go home, see what the morning brings. We were reckless, we were wild, we were reckless and wild young things. Yeah, we shot up the town, burned the countryside. You were my Bonnie, and I was your Clyde. We said we'd run till death do us part. We were bandits with beautiful hearts. We were reckless, we were wild, make it up as we go home, see what the morning brings. We were reckless, we were wild, we were reckless and wild young things. Yeah, but time sped up and we slowed down. We lost touch and we lost ground, and watched that crazy love pass us by. 'Cause we forgot to talk, we forgot to ask, we forgot to listen, we forgot to laugh, we forgot to cut loose and break free. We forgot to live, we forgot to dream. So these two rings felt the strain, but these two rings together make a chain. So grab the keys, babe, grab your coat. Let's just see how fast this old thing can go. Let's be reckless, let's be wild, let's make it up as we go home, see what the morning brings. Let's be reckless, let's be wild, let's be reckless and wild young things. Let's be reckless and wild young things. Let's be reckless and wild young things.
Hey, can I sing a couple new songs that I'm trying out? Okay. I don't know if they're done. Sometimes I have to play them live, and then sometimes it's kind of one of the ways I find out if the song's any good. Like if I finish the song and the audience is going like this, then I know it still needs work. So.
Double thumbs down.
Does it ever happen? Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's dark in the room. I don't know who leaves. Wrote this not that long ago. Actually, I watched a movie with my son. It wasn't a new movie, but it was like one of those blockbuster movies. And I think it did well at the theaters. I think. I don't know. I don't really go to the theater. I don't go out anymore. I wouldn't be here right now, that's for sure. Like I just wouldn't go out. I never go out. But I'm glad you're here. Anyhow, when it was done, I put Charlie to bed, and then I sat down and wrote this song. It's called The Next Big Thing.
Well, son, I hear you play guitar. You wanna be a big star. Haven't come from near and far just to hear you sing. Well, son, I was once where you are, chasing fame and fancy cars. Men in suits smoking big cigars said I'd be the next big thing. Limelight shines twice as bright but half as long. Shooting stars catch your eye and then they're gone. Well, shine your shoes and pay your dues. I'll tell you now, true friends are few. The vultures all want a piece of you, take you under their wing. They'll promise you the stars above, the sweet taste of lady love, everything you've been dreaming of when you're the next big thing. Limelight shines twice as bright but half as long. Shooting stars catch your eye and then they're fleeting as a summer fling. Autumn comes and the winter brings the promise of a brand new spring and the next big thing. Yeah, you can clap for that. That's enough. Son, don't let him clip your wings. Hold the purse, pull the strings, make him kneel and kiss the ring. It's you they adore. Son, I became that next big thing with all the fame that it could bring. They even called me the king. Limelight shines twice as bright but half as long. Shooting stars catch your eye and then they're gone. Limelight shines twice as bright but half as long. Shooting stars catch your eye and then they're gone. There you go. And the crowd goes mild. All right, well now I feel like I should play one more that hasn't been played before. All right. I just got to put this in a different tuning, so bear with me. It won't take me long. I probably shouldn't do this. I'm not even sure I remember it. Whatever.
We don't know the difference.
I know, but
Neither do I.
I play it? No, I think I played it here. No. Did I play it here? The song came from boy, I tell you, my son sure has given me a lot of songs. This came from a conversation I had with my son. I was trying to explain to him that courage doesn't sometimes mean like you gotta slay, the dragon and stuff like that. Sometimes courage is just saying yes. And I said to him, some of the best opportunities in my life have come because I've said yes. I don't even know, half the time I don't even know what I'm getting myself into. And if I stopped for 30 seconds and thought, is this a good idea or not? Or, is planning and sort of really thinking it out. Sometimes I'm just like, even if I feel like it's really going to put me in an uncomfortable space or like, I don't really know how to do something and maybe there's a steep learning curve. I try always to say yes, like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Because I always think, you can always back out at the end or, like, really. So I think it's going to be called Falling Won't Kill You. I'm going to try my best here.
The honey is sweeter when you breathe the hive. The big pearl is deeper when you think you can dive. Yeah, when you're up there waiting for the fog to clear, sometimes you gotta jump and wait for the net to appear. You can take the wheel sitting in the back. You can make him squeal if you don't punch the gas. Hit the ground with the pedal down, find another gear. Sometimes you gotta jump and wait for the net to appear. Falling won't kill ya, but faltering might. You can wait for the right time until the day you die. Gather up your gumption, buddy, have no fear. Sometimes you gotta jump and wait for the net to appear. She shone like rosewood, bright and radiant. And I swear her eyes could light a stadium. I left her way too late, she left me standing here. Sometimes you gotta jump and wait for the net to appear. Falling won't kill ya, but faltering might. You can wait for the right time until the day you die. Gather up your gumption, buddy, have no fear. Sometimes you gotta jump, wait for the net to appear. Sometimes you gotta jump, wait for the net to appear. contemplating why you still debating. I think you're hesitating.
That's it. That's it. Lost track of time there. Let's play, what am I in? I'm in, hey, let's play, we haven't played this for a while, but it's okay, I'm in this tune.
Well, I was born to the sound of waves crashing. You were born to the sound of the coyote. My mama said, boy, don't you ever go falling for a girl who's never seen the sea. Well, how we ever gonna make it when the going gets tough? I love you, you love me. Sometimes love just ain't enough. And I was born with coal dust in my pockets. You had gold sewn into your seams. Your mama said, girl, don't you ever go falling for a boy who only owns a dream. Well, how we ever gonna make it when the going gets tough? I love you, you love me. Sometimes love just ain't enough. I could try to learn to love the water. I could try to learn to love the countryside. I could try to live up to a rich man's daughter. Could you settle for a poor man's bride? Well, how we ever gonna fake it when the going gets tough? I'll miss the ocean, you the prairie. Sometimes love just ain't enough. I don't think we're gonna make it when the going gets tough. I love you, you love me. Sometimes love just ain't enough.
Yeah, that's been a while. Hey, let's go down there and sing this one. Could be kind of cool. Can you stand on this? Can you stand on this?
Gingerly.
Fred Astaire, yeah. This is a song I wrote when I met my wife because it's called Poor Man, because I met her and I was like, you know, I write songs for a living, right?
Well, I am a poor man with nothing to give, nothing to hold a platter with, no treasure chest, I got no Sunday best. I am a poor man with nothing to give. Now I'll make a suit of brambles and thorns, wear it for you who ain't on it adorned. Heart made of nettles, both to the sleeve, no name in those petals, little I will heed. Yeah, I am a poor man with nothing to give, nothing at all, a platter with, no treasure chest, I got no Sunday best. Oh, I am a poor man with nothing to give. And my pockets are full, but only of dust. My pockets are full, but only of rust. Now you deserve diamonds, diamonds and gold. You deserve riches, riches untold. But I have no gold chains or diamonds that shine. Would you settle for 10? Would you settle for 25? Yeah, I am a poor man with nothing to give, nothing at all, the platter with, no treasure chest, I got no Sunday best. So I am a poor man with nothing to give.
Scott Duncan on the fiddle, folks. Hey, we'll take a tiny little break, and I want to tell you. So Scott actually has a brand new CD out called Grandpa and Me, and I'll let him tell you about it. But sadly, sadly, but also great, he sold out last night. So there's none here.
Amazing.
So there's none here, but what are you gonna? What's your plan there? You're gonna send them to a website?
Yeah, sure. I've got one there you can certainly check out if you want to see it.
Oh, we have one CD.
I have one there.
How much is it worth?
Well, I was going to hang on to it so people could look at it.
Nah.
No?
Who wants that CD for $25? Let's go. $25. Anybody? There's one left. It's an amazing. There we go. Anybody want to pay $30? There we got $30 there. Anybody want to pay $35? It's an amazing CD. Tell them about it. Tell them about Grandpa.
Well, okay, the story is, my grandfather from Maple Creek, Saskatchewan, he was the last remaining member alive of the Maple Creek Old Time Fiddlers. And and when I was about 3, I think he gave my folks a violin and a fiddle for me, and then they eventually got me started in lessons. And so he and I were the only musicians in my family. We were the weirdos of our family. and we spent a lot of time together. Obviously, had a good relationship. I'd spend a lot of time in Maple Creek. Little 10, 11, 12-year-old me joining him and all the old guys playing for the dances out at Cypress Hills Hall. And and in town at the Armory and stuff like that. Going to the fiddle contest, doing twin fiddle stuff together. So we did a lot of that. Actually, Grandpa just passed away a couple years ago, 106 years old. So hopefully, I told John I'm hoping it was the fiddle that kept him going and not like ridiculous idea like diet and exercise or something. So, but anyway, so in January, took some great musicians. We went back to Maple Creek, rented out the Armory for 3 days, brought down a recording engineer, and live off the floor recorded an album of tunes that I used to play with Grandpa all the time. So that's what it is. And yes, so I mean, joking aside, if you are interested, you can go to my website and there's an order form there. And I brought a few on this tour, not knowing people were going to want fiddle music so much. So yeah.
So let's get back to this now. So we can take cash, but we can also take a debit card and a credit card. So we have $30. Anybody want to pay $35 for the last remaining CD? $35. 35. What's that? No, I don't have 35 yet.
Where's your
John, slow down.
Where's your
I don't have the $35. $32.50. $32.50. Anybody? $32.50. $32.50. Sold to Lori right there. $30 Canadian. You can settle up with Scott. That being said, there's I got a brand new T-shirt. If anybody, I don't know if you guys wear T-shirts. So cool. It says John Wort Hannam, and it's got a warthog on it. Because when I was a kid, I was called Warthog all the time because my name John Wort Hannam. So those are over there. I've got CDs. I got stickers. What else? Is that it? We can take cards, cash, gold, honey, jerky. What's that? Yes. Yeah, we can take those. I think that's probably it. Anyhow, we'll see you after the break. We're right over here if you want to chat, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, Scott. Yeah.
Little fire in my bones, begging me to flee from home. Caught me in the night while you lay sleeping. pretty bird, and she walked over, she flew. She never sung to the birthday of dear love. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, I've known you for long. You have put pockets of silver and of gold. Gonna build me a log cabin on the mountains so I can hear my baby sheep go rolling by. Oh, Kiki, she's a pretty bird. She warbles and she flies. She never has sung a song to the birthday of July. I dreamt of a girl, pretty and true. She took my hand, I took hers too. We were about to make love, as lovers do. Before we could kiss, I woke up blue. Now I much rather be sleeping, much rather be dreaming, in a bed on a couch in the grass in the summer breeze. This world is cruel, dark and gray. When I'm sleeping, I dream it away. Dreamed I had wings like a birdie in a tree. I went through the skyline, get a look at the city. Oh, I flew so high, my head in the clouds. But I woke up shackled, with my feet on the ground. Now I much rather be sleeping, much rather be dreaming, in a bed on a couch in the grass in the summer breeze. Now this world is cruel, dark and gray. When I'm sleeping, I dream it away. dreamt of world peace and an honest living in the name of God. No acts of killing, despite all race, distinction and color. We came together as sisters and brothers. I'd much rather be sleeping, much rather be dreaming on, in a bed, on a couch, in the grass, in the summer breeze. Oh, this world is cruel, dark and gray. When I'm sleeping, I dream it away. This world is cruel, dark and gray. When I'm sleeping, I dream it away. I wanna hear you clap your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's pretty good.
I felt the rain falling down my shoulders, and I've known the wind to give up her heart for the sun, 'cause he takes the blame when there is a little bit of God in everything. And I'd stop 100 times just to get it right. And I'll be waiting by the riverside till I forget my name. What's it for? What is it that you call me by? I caught you stealing up all my peace of mind. Why don't you give it away? Give it away, 'cause I heard there's a little bit of God in everything. Oh. And I saw them cutting down the trees on the North Shore, and I cried out, "Oh, brother, please, don't you cut your hair down no more. Come on, take a stand. There's a little bit of God in every man. Whoa, 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 And I'd break my back just to start again. Lay my bare skin on the land, and I would follow it home. And I would walk 100 miles to the river's end just to listen to what the water said. 'Cause I think she knows, yeah, she knows that there is a little bit of God. Yeah, a little bit of God in my soul. Whoa, 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 whoa.
stepped outside myself, handcuffed to my desire. That's right, I stepped outside myself, encased in our passion, with no escape, no escape, no escape. No escape, no escape, no escape, no. That night, I grabbed hold of my urge, pierced to my surprise. It's alright, deep within myself, engaged in sensuality, with no escape, no escape. No escape, no escape, no escape, no escape. Leave me here, lost in your eyes, lusting, lusting, lusting. Leave me here.
Hey, if it sounds good out there, you can thank Ted back there on the
Yeah.
on the sound. This is a Fort Macleod, Alberta song. I wrote this at the Queen's Hotel in Fort Macleod. Some of you know it, but those of you who don't, it's one of those turn of the century, really beautiful sandstone hotels that dot the prairies, and it's the kind of place where you go in and there's a really, really long bar, and all the tables are those little round ones with the terry towel elasticated, tablecloth, and beer comes in those small, glasses with the white line around the top, and there's always jars of like pickled eggs and sausages or other things on the bar. Yeah, here we go. This song is a call and response song. So there's a part where I go, hey, 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 and you just gotta go, hey, hey, hey. That's it. Like, you already know it. She likes Lucky Strikes, bourbon on her lips, playing slots and big jackpots and blowing all her tips. Though there's not an ocean for miles and miles around, nights in her trailer she waits for a sailor to take her from this town. Some people make the best of what they got, and know a little varnish keeps it all shiny. Others make the worst of what they have not, even find tarnish on a silver lining. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, 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 hey. Pretty good. Some she claimed I screwed up. She once had eyes made of fairy fires, and the boys burned beneath her gaze. A single spark could set their hearts ablaze. So with their best bitch shine, they all got in line, longer than a country mile. But she shot them all down when they came round to ask her down the aisle. Some people make the best of what they got, and know a little varnish keeps it all shiny. Others make the worst of what they have not, even find tarnish on a silver lining. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, you sound beautiful. Very good. Some she claimed had the wrong last names, and some came from the wrong side. So when the church bell rang and the choir sang, well, she was never the bride. Now the boys just make noise with their whistles and their jokes, and they laugh about how she's burned out. There ain't nothing left but smoke. Some people make the best of what they got, and know a little varnish keeps it all shiny. Others make the worst of what they have not, even find tarnish on a silver lining. Hey, 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 I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Pretty good, pretty good. Hey, 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 hey. Not bad. Good job, you guys. Nice work. Let's go on tour together. You'll love it. Everybody smells in the van. It's great. Long drives, late nights, bad accommodations.
It's great.
It's great. You're poor, but lots of exposure. I can give you guys lots of exposure if you want to come. This is can I play my hit? This is my hit. I don't really have a hit. I'm just joking. But this is the song that gets asked. I get asked to play more than any. It's called "Church of the Long Grass." Ready? Yeah. 35 degrees from the last 6 days. Sure as hell hasn't helped the Blairmore blaze, but I can see that it's raining in the hills tonight. All wrapped up in a blanket of haze, 50,000 acres of timber raised, but I can see that it's raining in the hills tonight. I never found salvation in Jesus, whiskey or pills. I never found it in money or the good book. I found it here in these hills. And I belong to the Church of the Long Grass, in the parish of the Porcupine Hills. The grass can grow as tall as an old timer's tail. Some say taller still. Yeah, I belong to the Church of the Long Grass, in the parish of the Porcupine Hills. I've always seen this land as holy. I guess I always will. All right, Scott. Sadie was my girl from the age of 15, a homecoming and a beauty queen, and I hear she's still reigning in the town tonight. She fancied a fella with money and means and left me crying like some old has-been, and I hear she's still reigning in the town tonight. Blue can be a little temperamental, but he's a reliable steed. If you rein him tight and sit tall in the saddle, he'll give you what you need. And I belong to the Church of the Long Grass, in the parish of the Porcupine Hills. The grass can grow as tall as an old timer's tail. Yeah, I belong to the Church of the Long Grass, in the parish of the Porcupine Hills. I've always seen this land as holy. I guess I always will. Take us home there, bud. That's the hit. Oh.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Let's have a medley of your hits.
Oh yeah, a medley of my hit. I like that. That song has made me tens and tens of dollars on Spotify. It's amazing. Spotify, oh, the greatest art heist of all time. All right, I'm gonna sing a song I wrote for my dad. My dad died during COVID. He didn't die of COVID. He died of leukemia, but he was diagnosed right at that height. You remember that first winter when restrictions were at their highest? That's when my dad was diagnosed, and he was told it was a very aggressive blood cancer. There was not going to be any miracles or anything like that. But he was told that he could extend his life by a few months if he did some chemo, anywhere from 3 to 9 months. And he did one round of chemo, and it just kicked his ass so hard. He just said, I don't want to do this. So he got the family together, and he said, I've had a good life, and I'm just going to let it be. And so he was shortly moved into a hospice in January, and I wanted to write my dad one more song. I really wanted to write my dad a song. I've written a few songs for my dad, but I wanted to sort of encapsulate that. And my dad was a really, really funny guy. He was the funniest guy I've ever met in my whole life, and a great prankster. But his jokes were, I can't tell you any of his jokes because they're super inappropriate and very rude and very crude. And he was British, right? The British have the crudest jokes ever. So, but I can tell you that they fit into two categories, farts and body parts. And just like a Venn diagram with that piece in the middle, sometimes they overlapped, and those were the really juicy ones, the really horrendous jokes. He gave me a love of boxing. I love watching boxing, not because I necessarily like watching two people punch each other in the head, but it was just something we did. It was something we did together as a kid. It was, this is back in the era of Wide World of Sports, Saturday afternoon. Howard Cosell, that was the era of Spinks and Ali, and I just used to love. And usually the afternoon would end with my dad, a huge pillow fight. My dad, or cushion fight from the couch. My dad would bring me in within inches of my life with a pillow. He'd just hammer me, and I loved it. Right? It's like it was like roughhousing with my dad. I absolutely loved every second of it. And my dad gave me the love of what I call the big ramble, just sort of like just being out in the woods and being out in nature. And it wasn't really important to get to the lake or to get to the ridge or anything like that. What was important was being outside. And my dad would say things like, you can eat those, but don't eat those. And see that bird, that's a so-and-so. And we'd find bird nests or wasp nests and break them open and look inside. And he just gave me a real love of just being in nature, and I've always appreciated that. He always used to carry these wax dipped matches, and so if it was cold, we'd gather leaves and twigs, and then we'd build a fire, and those are some of the best memories of my childhood. But anyhow, so I'm thinking about all this, but and when I go back to my dad was 80 when he passed away. But he had the humor of a 13-year-old boy, and I really and I can sum that up in one story. My dad had a Christmas tradition. I don't know if maybe you probably got Christmas traditions in your house, like where you go caroling or you open a present on Christmas Eve or something like that. But my dad's tradition was he used to take the raw turkey neck out of the turkey in the morning, and he used to hang it out of the zipper of his pants. And then he'd walk around the house like this, hey, and like this, and he would go from sibling to sibling, and he'd do that in front of you. And the only way to get rid of him was that you had to acknowledge it. Like if you tried to ignore him or turn your back, he'd come around the other side and be like, hey, and so you had to say something like, whoa, Dad, put that thing away, and then he would be like, he was satisfied that he got you. And then he would go find my mom or, my sister, and that was the big thing, right? So, anyhow, now my dad's gone, somebody has to carry on the tradition. So that's my job now in the house, and I'm sure my son will carry on the tradition when I go one day. But
As long as you don't eat out.
that's right. Yeah, that's true. You guys should start it. It's not gender specific. If the women can do it too, just undo the zipper, put it in there. Yeah, it's just. You really gotta have the tongue right though. You gotta do stuff like that. Anyhow, this song's for my dad. His name was Bob. He was a good guy. All of a sudden, tomorrow, all the turkeys are gonna be sold out in Duncan.
Yeah.
May you die young at heart, at a ripe old age, when you dearly depart. One of these days the book of life has an ending. When you turn that page, may you die young at heart, at a ripe old age. May you never have enough room around your kitchen table. May friends appear like a balloon each year till they're unable. May you toast to goodwill, drink to better health. May you boast happiness still outweighs your wealth, oh, and may it flow like a river. May that river rain. May you die young at heart, at a ripe old age. May your heart fill with tinder, may your matches all be dry. When you're left with only cinder, may the last coals never die. Like the young contender, born to raise some hell, may you never surrender till the final battle, and may you make a comeback, one last fight to win. May you die young at heart, at a ripe old age. May you die young at heart, at a ripe old age. When you dearly depart, one of these days, oh, the book of life has an ending. When you turn that page, may you die young at heart, at a ripe old age.
Thanks, you guys. There's a little epilogue to that story. The first time my wife met my whole family, we were dating at the time, was Christmas Day. And so we'd been dating for about 3 weeks, maybe. That was it. And so we were living in Fort Macleod. And when we got to about, I don't know, Okotoks maybe, or High River, I thought I should probably warn her. So I said to Jenny, I was like, I know you don't know me that well, but I said I feel like I need to warn you about something you're going to experience in about an hour. And she said, what? And I said, well, my dad. I told her the tradition, and she said to me, I don't know if I should believe you, because she didn't know me. And I said, you don't have to, because you're going to experience the full Bobness very, very shortly. And so she came in, and my mom came to the door, and I said, Mom, this is Jenny. Jenny, this is my mother. And met my siblings, and my dad was in the kitchen, and Jenny went and sat on the couch, and she has a little, I think she had a glass of wine, and like, you know, a little platter, you know, a little plate with squares and treats, you know, Christmas stuff on it. And Jenny, you know, when you meet somebody's family for the first time, you kind of watch your P's and Q's. You're listening more than talking, right? You're kind of sussing it all out. So Jenny's sitting there, and who comes out of the kitchen but Bob? And Bob goes, "Hey!" It's there, and he goes, "Hey, you must be Jenny. I'm John's dad, Bob." And I told Jenny what she has to do in order to get my. And so Jenny goes, "Wowzer, Bob, that's something else," or something like that. And then everybody in the family loved her. She was in, like she was. And I remember my mom said, "She's a keeper. You got to hang on to her." So.
Come holler high water, gonna see my love. Come holler high water, gonna see my love. Come holler high water, ain't no pistol ever been hotter. Come hell or high water, gonna see my love.
Don't encourage them. I keep those big wheels turning. Gonna see my love. I keep those big wheels turning. Gonna see my love. I keep those big wheels turning. She keeps those home fires burning. I keep those big wheels turning. Gonna see my love. And I will ride, ride, ride across the mountains. I will ride, ride, ride across the plains. I'll ride, ride, ride and keep counting miles till I see you again. Miles till I see you again. Miles till I see you again. That's Scott Duncan on the fiddle. Not bad, hey? He's not bad. He's been playing since he was in utero, so that's
Yeah, that's pretty close.
that's why. I'm gonna sing a song I wrote for my kid. Charlie's 13 years old now. It's going by so fast, I can't handle it. Way too fast. And sometimes I just want it all to stop for a little while so I can kind of hang on to it. I wrote this song. I'm gonna play a song for a young son. I wrote the song the day he came home from the hospital. My wife had to have an emergency C-section, so I was actually the first one that got to hold Charlie. And you know, I'd been reading the books and stuff. I tell by my beard, you know, I'm an older dad, and I was older when he was. So I wanted to do it all right. So I read all the books. You know, this is the way. And so I remember staring at him for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be skin on skin. That's right, skin on." So I had a cowboy snap shirt on, and I stuck that, you know, kid, and he's like hair all in his mouth. But anyhow, you know, I just remember looking at him, and I immediately, and I feel like for the most part, I'm a fairly gentle person, but it's like that instant. I had that instant like Papa Bear thing happen. I remember looking at this kid's face and having this overwhelming, like, I don't even know what it was, like protector thing happen to me. And I remember I told my wife once she was sort of like awake and recovery and all that stuff. I said the strangest thing. I said I wanted to run down to the lobby of the hospital, the main hall, and I wanted to get on like the intercom. And I just want to say, if anybody like fucks with this kid, I will eat your face off your face. I was just like, I will become carnal, and I will just I will tear you apart with my hands. And I've never ever had that feeling before. And I was overwhelmed by the instant love, and I just was caught off guard by the amount of love that you instantly feel. And then the other weird thing happened. I instantly was like, oh my God, he's gonna leave me one day. You know, I was just like, how could he do this to me? Anyhow, this is called Song for a Young Son. Well, on the day you leave, I will try not to cry. I will lay in your bed, sing a sweet old lullaby, and I'll send you out into the world with my heart in a hamper and a 20 in your shirt. Never thought I could love this hard. You caught my heart off guard. I never had any doubts until
things I did. You're the best one, kid. Never thought I could love this hard. You got my heart off guard. You got my heart off guard. And little trains pulling into stations on the floor. Buckaroos with six-shooters crouched behind the door. And praying it ain't broken every time I see you fall and sleeping one-eyed open. In case I hear you call, I'll miss it all. I'll miss it all. The hours wondering who you may become. I could wish so many things, but I have only one. May you find yourself a love that's true, the kind I found in you. Never thought I could love this hard. You got my heart off guard. You caught my heart off guard. You caught my heart off
Let's play Over the Moon. Thanks, you guys. We have a few more songs to play, and then we're going to scram. But if John's around and is in hearing distance, thanks, John. Appreciate it. You letting us play here at the Duncan Showroom. We always love coming here, and we always steal a few things before we leave. And John doesn't know because there's shit everywhere. So how does he possibly know what's missing? Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, he'll like walk by. He's like, "Where is the tiki doll?" Yeah, that's right. Where's the deck? That's really funny. Okay, bear with me. I'm just gonna put this in one more tuning.
Will you be able to do Draped in the Maple Leaf?
You bet. I'll do it right now. All right. It's not very often I get a request, so I better play it.
You mean a request that isn't Church of the Long Grass?
That's right.
That's true. That's very true. You are right. Okay, this song's called Infantryman. My boy came home from the war today with a. My boy came home from the war today. I stood by as his plane touched down. An infantryman on foreign shores, coming on back to his hometown. And it seemed so long
leaf. My boy came home from the war today, draped in the maple leaf. My boy came home from the war today with a medal for valor in combat. They hoisted him high on their shoulders, and every man gathered there clutched his hat, but no fanfare played, and no speeches were made, no pretty young maids waved their handkerchief. My boy came home from the war today, draped in the maple leaf. My boy came home from the war today, he was draped in the maple leaf. My boy came home from the war today, my heart is filled with grief.
Well, everybody, we've reached that time of the night. It's the end of the night where we say this is our last song. You know that little weird game we play at the end of the night. We play this is our last song. Usually, you guys clap, and then we're like and then we hide behind there. You know that weird part of the night? We're hiding like right behind around the corner. And we're wondering if you want to hear one more song, the encore thing. And no, hang on, let me finish. You have. So sometimes Scott will say to me, like, we'll be hiding back there, and Scott will say, "Do you think they want to hear one more song?" And I'll say, "I don't know, man. This it's black. I can't see through it. I have no idea if the audience is here." And then he'll say, "Well, are they still clapping?" And I'll say, "Very thick, and my hearing is not what it used to be. I'm not 20 anymore." And so sometimes we come out and we're like, because we think people are here. They want to hear, and there's bras and panties and gaunch all over the stage. We have to wade through it. There's so much. And then sometimes, we feel like rock stars. And then sometimes we come out and the place is empty, And John's doing inventory, and he's like, "Are you guys still here? What?" So
There's a duck missing.
there's a duck missing. That's right. Yeah, he knows we took the duck, and so this is this is how I've solved this. It's the John Wort Hannam encore system. It works like this. There's our last song, and when we're done it, we're gonna play another one, whether you want it or not. We don't care. It's gonna happen. You can clap. You can don't. We're just gonna stand up here and play one more. That's how it's all gonna work. All right. This song's called Over the Moon. Yeah? Thanks for coming. This is our last song. John, thanks so much for having us. Ted, thanks so much for making us sound good. We appreciate it.
We were under the stars, I was over the moon. I can't tell lies, those Indian eyes had me begging the sun not to rise so soon. When we were under the stars and I was over the moon. I got old dips of blood, I got a heart that's tattooed with dotted lines and highway signs, but you had me whistling a different tune. When we were under the stars and I was over the moon. Where the hell you been? Oh, you're about the prettiest thing I've seen. Where did you come from? I've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you to bring me this song. This is, I don't know what it means, but I felt it ignite. It started that night, burning hotter than a prairie fire in June. When we were under the stars and I was over the moon. We were under the stars, I was over the moon. Oh, I can't tell lies, those Indian eyes have me begging the sun not to rise so soon. When we were under the stars and I was over the moon. When we were under the stars and I was over the moon. When we were under the stars and I was over the
Hey, thanks everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We really, really appreciate it. Oh, can you believe it? What? Oh, we had no idea you guys would do that. That's shocking. Hey, I thought a great way to send everybody out of here, including myself, is I've asked Scott if he'll play one of the fiddle tunes off of his brand new record. I know that there weren't copies here to buy, but I hope you'll go to his website and pick one up. But how about a little sample? Live! All right. I'm going to go sit on that couch and have a listen. I don't need to be up here. So thanks for coming, everybody. If you guys weren't here, it'd be super weird. Yeah. Scott Duncan.
Oh, thank you. Wow. All right. Well, you paid for John Wort Hannam and you're stuck with a fiddle tune. Man, oh man.
They didn't pay enough for me to be up there.
John follows the union rules very strictly. He's done. No. Oh man. Oh, thank you guys so much. Yeah. ScottDuncan.ca. Just my name.ca is the website if you do want to check it out. And I forgot to mention earlier, I do have my little Christmas 7-track album that I did last year. If you're interested in that, it's a few of my favorite Christmas ones done in different time signatures. So, for example, Silent Night's normally a waltz in 3. I did it in 4. It's just little differences.
See what that sounds like.
Kind of fun.
Give us
with lots of other instruments, and it sounds really good. So anyway, yeah. Actually, you know, one other little sample from that was my favorite. I did 2 versions of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, 1 in 5 and 1 in 7, which sounds really weird. I know, I didn't want it to be too weird and jazzy, but the one goes, anyway, that was a little bit. Oh, thanks. 7, yeah, you got it, yeah. The 5 is, yeah, that kind
You're
of
such
thing.
a geek.
I know. I know, Ted got it. Anyway, to some old-timey stuff, thank you so much. I'm gonna play Red Wing. Maybe some of you know that one, and then I'll kick it up into a little faster one that my grandpa would say was too fast, of course. I already forgot what it's called. Red Wing and Down Yonder, that's what it is, yeah. I'm in G if you have your harmonicas with you tonight. Nobody? Okay, next time. That's cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 1.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time, okay? Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, that's the best crowd of the tour for sure.
We'll take that Christmas off.
Oh yeah?
Thank you. Just unbelievable.
Where my boots are false, my feet they feel the rain, and I'm back to my knees with a bucket and pail.
sing songs to the sun. Instead I'm working hard for my pay. All the labor season has begun. Hup. Lanky packed right up to call, but half idiot. Free is the mind, now he has gone away. With cement we fill up by this shallow grave, with no one for miles but to see what we have done. I could be sitting at home doing nothing all day. Horizontal man sing songs to the sun. Instead I'm working hard for my pay. Our labor season has begun.
heard your words, I heard them clearly. Your life was real, it wasn't a mistake. It had to end early for our sake, so we can learn. On top of that hill, it dragged me here to show the world. Don't hide in fear. On top of that hill, it could have been me. You finally gave in. I hope you're free. How was I to know what you meant to me? I can't read palms, the future I can't see. A little spark of